Super League Thursday, we have a Super League Friday coming up as well. We're watching 1v3 here tonight. Tomorrow it's 2v4. The champions against the coming Huddersfield Giants, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. Do not miss that. And Wigan 18-12 up at half-time. Could have been 18 all, should have been 18 all according to some people, but it isn't. And 18-12 it is to the Wigan Warriors, who have bounced back with a vengeance following their defeat at Warrington last week. Matty Bowen, one of the try scorers in the first half, preferring to get us underway for the start of this second 40. Just waiting for the blow of the whistle from Richard Silverwood. Here we go, 40 minutes. Remember, if Leeds win here tonight, they just about will be confirmed as the leaders going into the Super 8s. A bit of water to run under the bridge before all that, of course, and this competition does have some twists and turns, but Leeds would have opened up a pretty impressive gap at the top, despite what might happen tomorrow and over the weekend. Wigan, because they're looking to snap back and get themselves right in contention for that league leader's spot heading into the Super 8s, which aren't too far away now.
That is for sure, Eddie, but Sean Wayne would have made sure to his players that, look, we have to continue on with this pretty rugged defence. They know that Leeds have got the capabilities of fighting back. They're only 6 points adrift.
Here is Callum Watkins, dabs the ball down the middle of the field. Bowen has to pick it up right on his own line. Right, let's hear from Rod Studd about what was said during the half-time interval.
Well, Leeds coach Brian McDermott pretty pleased with that first half, despite the scoreline, Eddie, and despite, of course, the frustration of having that try chalked up by the video refs, the Danny Maguire no-try decision. But he feels that the offloading game going pretty well in that first half, and they can continue to move Wigan about. There's plenty more points on the agenda for the Leeds Rhinos tonight, including maybe something spectacular in this second half. Sean Wayne far happier than he was at half-time last week at Warrington when his team had been bullied off the park. Feels they've done much better in the first half this time. Helter-skelter, though, wants more control in this second half as they look to preserve or increase their 6-point advantage.
Well, he won't be happy with that. The mistake by Joe Burgess, just 18 metres away from his own line.
It always amazes me, you know, Dan Sargentson. I really would like to see you, listen, just tuck it under your arm and take it up there. Settle things down, just a little bit panic on the face there. They've got to be very careful here. They've kept a good eye on this fella, though, Danny Maguire.
He plays the ball to Rob Burrow. Burrow then to Peacock. Straight up the middle goes Peacock.
He's the man, though, Cuthbertson. His offloading in the first half was outstanding.
Sinfield with the pass to Delaney. That found Kinehorst. Kinehorst grimacing as Liam Farrell's all over the top of him as he struggles to get to his feet. Here is Kylie Luluwai.
That's good work.
Held up on the Wigan line. 4 tackles gone, 2 remaining. Sinfield, out it comes to Maguire. He then finds Watkins. Watkins then to Moon. Moon to Ryan Hall. They turn the ball back inside, and John Bateman did well to get over the whitewash and back into the field of play. Look where Wigan start this set of 6. That's 2 tackles gone already.
Boy, that was clever, wasn't it, from Ryan Hall? But you've got to give a lot of credit to where that John Bateman throughout this game has not only just taken the ball up there, he's got back into a very, very good defensive position.
They have to be masters of all trades, don't they, rugby league players?
They certainly do, and Bateman is certainly one of those.
That's the 5th tackle, so last one coming up here for Wigan.
It's got to be a good one, and hesitation, it wasn't meant to go to that fella.
No Tautai found. Williams eventually. Williams just hacks the ball downfield. Ryan Hall is at the end of it and gives it then to Watkins.
And it just shows you a little bit of a hesitation. And Wigan there, they found Tautai in a position for the kick, and it wasn't meant for him. And you can see now that Leeds are well and truly in control.
Hall to his feet. Plays the ball to Handley. Here is Sinfield. Delaney bounces off McAloran. Can't get away from Tautai, the big Samoan. Sinfield. Sinfield looking to get rid, but Wigan desperate to make sure he doesn't offload, and he didn't.
That's what we want to see from Burrow. A little bit more of that. put a little doubt in the first and second markers.
Maguire's kick finds the line, finds touch.
Said let's just keep herself down there, trying to get the backspin, which he did, but it still went over the whitewash.
Telling us on Boots and All last night, Danny Maguire, that he was a pretty good cricketer in his time, and might even have been swinging the willow had rugby league not come a calling.
And I can vouch for that, Eddie. I once played a game of cricket many moons ago, and he was in the opposition, and we had to retire him. He scored well over 50.
Wait for the outgoal.
Would you believe, from only 4 overs?
No is the answer to would you believe.
I can assure you he's
growing up here.
He's very good, and he's brilliant at cricket.
Yeah, Steve-O knows a cricketer, and when he sees one, W.G. Grace was top of his list.
That's a big call, Eddie, there on that penalty. The Leeds fans at first thought it was another mistake by Wigan in their own half of the field. The ref says no, Hablett's hands are on it, they've pulled it free, and it's a relieving penalty for Wigan, who've been stuck in their own half. Not had a great start to the second 40.
Well, I don't know. I really can't understand why players want to do that. You know, the referee, the video, everybody's watching.
Whoa, knock down, Cal!
This could put him under a lot of pressure now.
Bateman takes it to 10 metres inside the Leeds half.
Go, 2.
McIlaurin to Mossop.
3, up now!
Wigan, of course, playing on here without their skipper, Sean O'Loughlin, but the word from Rod on the sideline is nothing wrong with him.
4. Go, 4.
Tautai gets to his feet, plays the ball to McIlaurin. Smith, not the best. And
Farrell's going to claim he was tackled already, I think, before the ball.
Oops, and there's a bit of
England
England-Australian argy-bargy going on.
Went straight to the referee. It looked briefly that he might have been tackled before he received the pass. We'll get a closer look. Smith's pass to him.
We don't need that.
And Farrell thinking, nah.
Yeah. Guys, we don't need that.
No, they both went in at the same time.
Here we are, mate.
Either way, it's an error. Leeds will get the ball.
They will. They get the ball very close to their own line, though, so they've got to go almost the full length of the field. With Handley. On Patrick and McIlaurin.
Wait! Come on.
Burrow. Here comes Ablett again.
2, up now! Wait for the goal!
Keep your eye on the little fella, Rob Burrow.
Go! 2.
He's the man that can buzz around. Oh, that's great
3,
defence.
move!
They put Peacock down very easily indeed. That's what he's capable of doing, this little fella, but that's good defence yet again. Great work from McIlaurin.
Go, 4.
Coming up towards the halfway line. Delaney, it's a flat pass. Wigan supporters, that is, thought it was forward. They're over halfway as we've reached tackle number 5. Sinfield to Maguire. Maguire will hoist it downfield. And Charnley is underneath it.
Yeah, not the best from Maguire. Really should have gone for the corners.
No, 1.
Makes it more difficult when it's going towards the whitewash.
Well, Sargentson tucked the ball under his arm then, as you asked for. That might have been a penalty there.
Well, he never regained his feet, that's for
but
sure.
He didn't, but I thought he was being pulled by the Leeds player.
Yeah, 50-50. Referee says play on.
Tautai slips the pass, and then it's patted out wide. That's a knock on by Matty Smith. First knock on seemed to come from Wigan. Oh no, Wigan get at the feed here. Well, there's the tug and the ankle by Ryan Hall. Might have been a penalty.
Should have been a penalty. Wasn't.
Come backwards.
There's the flick. Did Bowen get that ball backwards? I think it went backwards, but
Matty Smith's left hand.
Matty Smith knocked that forward.
It should be Leeds head and feet.
Right, guys.
Quite clearly there.
Well, the video referee's whispering in his ear now, Stuart Cummins.
Well, it was clearly a knock on by Matty Smith. I think the first one by Matt Bowen was knocked backwards and bounced forward, so that was play on.
Here's Matty Bowen now on the charge. Bowen turning him inside out. And in the end, Maguire and Burrow get to him. Well, that could be a very costly decision for Leeds by the referee. The kick is out wide to Chubb. It's a carbon copy of last week, but it was Don Manfredi who benefited there. chip through for Josh Charnley. That beat the defence. The ball bounced kindly and Charnley finished it off for the try, the 7th try of his season. But there is a massive question mark and huge controversy over this.
Controversial indeed, and Leeds will be furious over it. It's quite clear that Matthew Smith has knocked on. The slow motion replay certainly confirms that, and from this position, take nothing away from the ability and the kick from Smith. And Charlie put himself in a wonderful position. Just shows you the solid defences on either side, and that makes the kick such an important facet of our game. Yeah, why not, son? Enjoy it. But Matty Smith with a superb chip over.
What about Matty Bowen? Matty Bowen's break. That was the start of everything. He's rolling back the years. You mentioned the Queenslanders, Eddie. He excelled for North Queensland for so many years. And it was his magic weekend return and those 2 tries. He showed us what he's capable of. It was him that started it and set it all up and got Leeds reeling backwards. Wonderful play.
You know, it's easy to forget about Josh Charnley when we watch Matthew Smith line up this kick. He's still only 23 years of age, even though this is his 6th season in the first team. 136 tries, Eddie, was it, in 130 games? I suppose it's amazing that he's gone from being the England winger last year to probably Wigan's 3rd choice winger with the way that Manfredi and Burgess have played this season. But I think that's going to give him a lot of confidence to get over there with a big smile on his face.
Yes, that'll give him the leg up. This will give Wigan the leg up if he kicks it. Matty Smith, and he has! A 6-pointer that should never have been allowed, but credit Bowen with the run.
Tremendous from the fullback. He didn't panic either, didn't want to offload, but this is outstanding. This is where brains come into the department of rugby league, and Matty Smith put it right on the button for Charnley to finish.
2nd week in a row he's done that. Last week it was from Manfredi. Well, Leeds will feel aggrieved because Brian McDermott in the first half said that's wrong when that wonderful try was chalked off to Danny Maguire, and he'll feel even more aggrieved when he looks at the DVD of that knock-on by Wigan.
I think he'd be more accepting of a mistake from the on-field official, Eddie. It is played very quickly. Sometimes these knock-ons, we see them after 3 or 4 replays. I think a coach would be more accepting of that. When sometimes it goes to video referral, either during a game or on a Monday, things are seen or not seen. The coaches have a bigger issue.
I think you're right. Oh, here goes Lynn McIlaurin. He's got support inside him. Oh! Why didn't he give that to Williams? The ball's come free.
He's bombed it.
Oh, that's good full-back play.
Well, he had
full-back
white line
confidence knowing that your teammates are quick enough to get back and help you out.
White line fever. He just sets it all up. He should have given it to Williams.
But Watkins hadn't committed himself, Mike, and that was the difference.
Listen, I'm not a gambling man, but I would have put £100 on Williams going right underneath the sticks.
Well, it didn't. He didn't. It didn't come. And now Leeds have got a penalty offside at the scrum.
I understand the point Phil is making. John had highlighted maybe that Watkins might be caught out defensively, but he played that brilliantly. Not only had he the option of going and tackling Williams, there was also an intercept option as well, and that put doubt in the mind of Michael McIlaurin. That's all you want to do as a fullback. And then he pounced when McIlaurin decided to tuck and run. Excellent play from Callum Watkins.
So here come Leeds looking to get this game back in their pockets. That's another great offload from Cuthbertson to Maguire. Bateman doing the job on Danny Maguire. Wants to get on and play the ball quickly. And here now is Andy Yates. Andy Yates in field to Maguire. Maguire picks it up off his bootlaces. This is Sinfield. Sinfield with the kick. Looking for Handley. And another great try from a kick.
No doubt about it. It's TR1 time again. He's going upstairs. I don't know why.
They're going to check the offside. They have they've got a try on the field. They want to check the onside offside against Handley and the grounding.
Well, I don't think there's any problem with the grounding, and there's no problem in the onside.
Yeah, hold on, just check that. Is he onside?
Yeah,
Only by 8 metres.
Okay.
I think that's a fairly simple one. The grounding's fine too. Ball's on the ground and the hands placed on top of it. So again, this try will be confirmed.
Should be and will be by Ian Smith and Phil Bentham, I've no doubt. And Ash Handley gets the try. Well, haven't we seen some tremendous kicks to the corner tonight and some fantastic flying wingers tries?
And not only that, Eddie, the offload by Cuthbertson is outstanding. This is the finish to it. Watch. Kick into the corner. He did well, didn't he? Handley made sure that it was not in an offside position, but you can put that down to Cuthbertson. He got them there in the first place, and what a pick up there by Danny Maguire. It was only inches off the ground. Kept his calm, cool and collected with that, did Handley. Boy, hasn't he made a name for himself over the past few weeks?
Hasn't he just? 12 tries for the season in Super League now. And can Kevin Sinfield add this conversion from way out on the right hand side, tight to the touchline? Oh yes, he can. Kevin Sinfield puts Leeds right back in the hunt. Some fantastic tries tonight.
Focus, guys.
Well, the first one, Eddie, is a winger setting up for a second row. A nice touch from Joe Burgess, Liam Farrell backing up. But on these kicks, when you're a winger waiting for a kick to come in, you got to be very patient. This is Matty Bowen's one. Jumps out jumps Maguire, touches the ball then. We'll have a look at this. Matty Smith kick. Boom. That bounce favourable for Josh Charney. This last one from Ash Handley is probably the most difficult one. He's got to wait for the ball to find a consistent bounce before he commits himself to diving down. You can just see the first couple of bounces not great, and it's then when he decides the ball is just going to stay on the ground, he pounces. Patience, as you said, Steve, from Ash Handley is a reward on that occasion. 4 points.
And there are people who say that they shouldn't be allowed the 4 points from tries from a kick, because they should be rewarded for opening up defences with passing and wonderful footwork. But they were 4 spectacular efforts here tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Eddie. And I certainly enjoyed them. And I don't know why anybody that's involved in watching rugby league should want to try to change it.
Joey Barton be impressed with some of the passes and some of the touches there. Not only the accuracy, the weighting of the pass is the important thing. Too many people kick it hard.
Oh, that's a big error. Oh, Delaney is furious. They had the opportunity, the confidence was riding high. He just got his fingertips in the way. Nothing wrong with the pass at all. Oh boy, that's a big let off. And you just put your mind back, Eddie. Remember when I said just before the half-time break that Wigan should have gone for the 1 point a little bit earlier. They could rue the fact that they missed it.
One, up now! Go, one.
So an opportunity then for Wigan here.
2, release!
With Joel Tompkins gets to his feet, plays the ball to McIlorum. This now is Ben Flower. He bumped off one, couldn't bump off Delaney.
Go, 3.
McIlorum to Smith. Smith, back it comes to Williams. He was watched every inch of the way and forced back a few paces as well.
Wait.
Farrell.
Go, 4.
Here now comes Mossop. Good
Wigan
defence from Leeds.
Wigan don't need to panic. It's on the last. Get it in the in-goal area. Try to get the 7. He's going into the goal. Well, I'd have gone for the dribble.
But he's gone for a high kick out wide, looking for Charnley. Only finds Ryan Hall.
Great defensive set from the Leeds Rhinos. Wigan threw a lot of numbers at Rhinos' right edge defence. They came up with the answers. Wigan, when the ties were ponderous, Leeds didn't hang around, shut them down. Great play. The reward is getting the ball back. Ryan Hall's reward for trying to play the ball quickly is a penalty on this occasion.
Yes, Charnley was all over him. So the penalty takes Leeds just shy of halfway. Andy Yates now. Missed last week. Played in the Cup quarter-final. Andy Yates called to arms because Mitch Garbutt, the new signing from Australia, injured his back in training yesterday in the last session.
Well, the man that's just played the ball certainly is going to be the key factor, as far as I'm concerned, for Leeds to get back into this game again.
Delaney fed by Sinfield.
Cuthbertson has been outstanding, and he can create something.
And he's just run across the line and he's come off second best.
Yeah, I think it was the shoulder from McIlorum that made contact.
Maguire to Ablett. Ablett thought about giving it him back. Here's Ayton. Ayton again for Leeds. Tries to stand up George Williams. Mossop and Farrell are there and bring him down. Last tackle coming up here for the Rhinos. Little push on the back by Liam Farrell. Might have been penalised. Nice kick through from Cuthbertson, but Bowen read the script. And he feeds Charnley.
Not a bad idea throwing the loose ball with Cuthbertson, but fantastic yet again, Matty Bowen. He read the script there.
Well, next week, another big weekend from the First Utility Super League. Thursday, Warrington Saints, Sky Sports 1, 7:30. And then the Hull KR Hull Derby. And will the Super 8s be decided next weekend a week early? That's Friday, 7:30 on 1 again.
That might be the game, Eddie. That might be the game. These two teams are going to have a say. Lauren Fraser, who said his side, the Catalan Dragons, are definitely going to be in the 8. We'll see Paul Anderson's men in action tomorrow. The Huddersfield Giants against St Helens. That's a tough trip though, the Catalan Dragons. It's the place they've been getting all their points this season.
3 games.
Hull FC, Eddie, sorry, Hull KR, that's the game.
It is, and 3 games there from the Magic Weekend in Newcastle at the end of May, as is this one here tonight. Magic from the Super League.
Well, it might have been magic then, Eddie, but I'll tell you something now, that was not anywhere near magic, that kick. That allowed Leeds to get into a pretty good position. Matty Bowen has not dropped back yet. He may be anticipating a little chip over the top from Maguire.
Well, he's sauntering, if he is. There he is, just about 10 metres behind the defensive line.
It's the Leeds offloads, Eddie, that could cause the biggest problems for Wigan. Aiden again looking with 2 or 3 defenders around him to flick it out the back. That's when they've been at the best for over the last decade.
Jamie Peacock, he always looks to offload. Sinfield then finds Maguire. Maguire taking them on. Flower and Joel Tompkins dealing with the threat. And Watkins, it's the last one here for Leeds. Finds Sinfield. Sinfield with a chip, and it's easy for Charnley.
I'll tell you what, he had an awful lot of time to pick his kick, and I'm surprised he's picked that one. No pressure coming from Wigan on Kevin Sinfield. We know how good a kicker he is. That seems a fairly tame kick in the end.
Burgess goes down, tackle number 2, 22 metres away from his own line.
Important the Rhinos do not get out of the blocks early. Don't give away a penalty. They're giving away a couple that just halted the progress. But that's pretty good defence.
It is. The run from Dom Crosby.
Move down, Andy!
McIlorum. Bateman.
Got through some work, hasn't he? Bateman playing in the centres tonight.
Kick from Matty Smith because this is the last. Oh, and it's straight to Handley.
That's 2 poor kicks that they could have done without. Oh, it looks as though Handley may have injured himself there. He rocked back on, it looks like either the ankle or the knee. He's not 100%. Oh, it's the ankle.
They had the weight of Matty Smith on both legs. Delaney through McIlorum, can't get past the next 2. Pulling it off though, Handley, or he's walking it off, going out on the wing again. Sinfield to Maguire. Whoop, and Moon with a little fumble. Bateman on him in a flash. 6 points the difference. We're into the last quarter of the game. Maguire on halfway. Fires the path to Cuthbertson.
Yeah, good work. You can see there that Nick Crosby went over the top, made sure that Cuthbertson couldn't get the offload.
Kick from Maguire is straight to Burgess.
Well, the kicking game has gone off the boil from both sides.
Back here, Leeds!
Burgess goes down on that, the first tackle. Here's Sargentson. You get the feeling there's more tries coming in this match. It's not over yet. Only 6 points the difference between the 2 sides. The ball's come free. Oh, and
knock on. Oh no, he's got the penalty. Well, did he lose control?
Just a guess, isn't it?
Kinehorst, who's involved.
Still in there.
Was the knee involved there from Sargentson? Either way.
As Phil rightly said, it's just a guess in situations like that.
Making no attempt.
Well,
to
the
move.
officials get under pressure. It's been a classic game,
One,
enjoyable.
And he's actually just said on the run then to Leeds that they were making no attempt to move out of the way after the tackle had been completed. So maybe that's the reason why he gave the penalty the way he did. Farrell will play the ball to McIlroy. Here is George Williams. Now big Ben Flower.
Well, this is where the fatigue starts to set in, and you know, the odd missed tackle.
Go, 3.
Smith. Tompkins. Harassed by Leeds defenders.
For most of the time, both sides, the defence has been solid, and that means that it's going to take something extremely special. We've already seen the quality of the kicking game to produce the tries so far.
Here comes the last tackle for Wigan. 30 metres out.
Get it up.
They're after a drop goal. It's charged down and it's into the arms of Ryan Hall. That's one time in your career, Steve-O, you missed the call for the drop goal.
Well, I'll tell you why. They're about 35 metres out. They've got to use a little bit more brains than that. If you're going to set up for a one-pointer, get yourself in a good position and make yourself, you give plenty of space. He failed on every one of them.
Mike, I think both sides have used that much energy in the first half. There's very little left. It's almost as if they want it to be the last few minutes. And there's a lack of patience here now. Both teams look like they're gasping for air. They're short of energy. Leeds have got themselves out of trouble by scoring miracle tries in the past, but Carl Ablett knows that pass just isn't good enough at this level.
Yes, nobody needs to tell Carl Ablett. He told himself immediately.
Something I'd like to see them do on this left-hand side, the Leeds Rhinos I'm talking about now, is give this man, and the man inside him in particular, Joel Moon, a lot more ball, an earlier ball. Joel Moon running at John Bateman was going to be a terrifying prospect, very talented player. He's got that left-hand offload that Ryan Hall overran once in this game already. But you've got to give him early ball and give him a chance. Shifting it through the hands just plays into Wigan's defensive line as they move across and squeeze him out towards the sideline.
Okay, mate, let's go.
Wigan's head and feet at the scrum, and the ball held in the scrum. Discipline from the Leeds defenders, not breaking out and conceding a penalty.
Well, that's what they were looking for. That's how tight this game is.
Sargentson.
Now, are Wigan going to set up for it? We'll soon find out.
It's a right mess on the floor. Cuthbertson was on his back and couldn't do anything about that.
Well, they're going down the middle.
Crosby.
Maybe one more drive and they'll go early.
Here is Williams, short ball to Farrell. Matty Smith's in centre field. They're coming towards the post here with Williams.
This is where they need it.
Well, Smith is positioned back into the right-hand side.
Yeah, but he's not far back.
And they've not given it him. It's with O'Loughlin, and over the top it goes to Sargentson. That's a great tackle by Hanley.
Try saver, maybe game saver. He's limping, and he just put his body on the line. Should he have passed? Sargentson, I say yes. You can see there that Callum Watkins was way out of position, and not surprisingly, King Kevin gives him a pat on the back.
Well, Sean O'Loughlin's played less than half of Wigan's games this season, and in those, he hasn't been at the standard that he set for himself, well below that. But he commanded the ball there on the last play. He delivered a brilliant pass to Dan Sargentson, and he needed his centre to put it on the hands of his winger. Just really, I think, to extend Wigan's lead in this match. Big chance missed there for the Warriors.
I agree, Phil. He really should have offloaded. He'd done everything right. Sargentson had pulled the winger to him. Should have let it go.
Here goes Maguire. And he's spun to the ground by Flower. Ayton to Sinfield. Sinfield gets the ball away once again. Here now is Peacock. And Peacock can't get away. The ball comes backwards.
Knock on.
John Welch began pre-game by talking about Wigan building pressure. He said it's what they build their game on.
Does this go forward, Brian? Just to
my initial thought was no.
I think it does on the second look.
It's a knock-on anyway.
I thought like you, Phil, it didn't, but looking at it again, it does.
He's furious, is Peacock.
It might be a crucial moment, 13 minutes to go.
This is the pressure now they're under. You can see if you see that going forward, that's fair. I don't see it going forward.
Come on, guys.
I think it's that second touch on the forearm, isn't it? Just drops it forward.
Yeah, knocks it forward. It does.
Now, I'd love to see George Williams getting a bit excitable in there.
Well, Adam Cuthbertson's getting a bit excited with Dom
Stay
Crosby.
until I say out. We need another.
I'd love to see Williams just spin
Nice and
around,
calm,
chip
guys.
over the top, regather,
Okay.
score the try of the season.
Out. Back on.
Don't want much, do you?
I'm just saying I'd love to see it, because it's going to take something like that to break down this defence.
Flower takes it forward again. They're rolling forward up the middle. Wigan.
Hold. Go. 2.
McIlaurin. Here is Matty Smith. Back it comes to Williams. Over the top to Sargentson and knocked forward by Burgess. Well, it's high risk play.
And they don't need to. They're the side that's in front. Leeds are having to do the catch-up. What on earth does he want to be able to do that?
Do you think he's feeling bad because the last time Dan Sargentson got the ball, we both said he should have passed it to Joe Burgess. So in his mind, he's thinking, I can't get it to him quickly enough. He wanted to tip it on as possible, and I do think sometimes some players, although what's happened previously to stay in the man, we're all human, and I guess that could have been going through his brain as the ball came through the air.
Philip, just like you were then, panic.
Well, it depends what you want them to do, Stevie. You're calling for a chip over the top on a 360, and I mean they're in front in the game.
I said I'd like to, but they're not controlling it, are they?
Well, controlling it, chipping over the top and doing a 360 wouldn't be controlling it. Controlling would be play the ball into the corners, kick in, force Leeds to bring it off their own line, hunt an error, you get the ball back, either set up for a drop goal or try and get a penalty out of the Leeds Rhinos, building pressure.
Well, that's why we're up here and we're not coaches. This is going to be very interesting indeed.
You all want perfection, basically.
Yeah, of course we do.
We go.
We know we
go,
can't
guys.
get it.
Yeah.
And you want
I want
utopia.
entertainment. I want entertainment, Eddie.
Yeah, well, so does Steve-O. That's why he's calling for chips over the top and 360s and length of the fields, and
Of course.
it's been great entertainment, but it's gone a little bit pedestrian, if that be the right word, in the second half.
I'm not surprised, Eddie. They're out on the feet, both sides. This has been an absolute wonderful, wonderful game.
And it's all, of course, at the minute based on defence, and the defences have been magnificent. Now then, Maguire, wide it comes to Moon. Ball is out on the touchline here, but that's great work again by Bateman. Is he discovering a new role for himself here tonight, the young forward in the centres?
He's been outstanding.
Last tackle coming up for Leeds. Sinfield to Maguire, high and looking for Handley out wide, only finding Burgess, and well, Kinehorst timed the tackle to perfection. 11 minutes remaining. 6 points the advantage to Wigan.
Well, if they can get anywhere near the Leeds line, they've got to start looking for the one. Simple, basic rugby league football. Put yourself 7 points ahead.
3 clear.
Charnley plays the ball to McIlaurin. Here is Crosby.
4 clear.
Crosby goes down, tackle number 4. They're still 10, 12 metres inside their own half. McIlaurin again. Well, Lachlan carries the battle over halfway. He's reached the 5th.
What a great run. You talk about a captain having the influence.
Matty Smith up and over the top, looking for the touchline this side, and finds
Brilliant.
it. Good kick, that.
Absolutely brilliant. Control. Little shimmy, little dummy.
Yeah, I bet Dylan knew that
Great kick.
on that last play, but
Leeds will be more eager to get to the scrum than Wigan will, who are plodding. But they haven't got the full complement of 6 in there yet to force the referee to call time off. Now he does. 10 metres away from their own line, though. Leeds, with Burrow waiting to return.
Burrow waiting to return. Ryan Hall yet to sparkle in this game. Callum Watkins yet to sparkle in this game. Joel Moon yet to sparkle in this game. I'm still giving them a chance.
Great player, though, Callum Watkins is. Are they missing Zach Hardaker out for suspension tonight?
Oh, of course they are. I mean, he's a quality player.
They are, Eddie, in the sense that Zach Hardiger would play fullback and
Wait.
Watkins would then strengthen up the centre position. Absolutely. I don't know how much they lose attacking-wise by putting Watkins in fullback instead of Zach Hardiger. I think both brilliant talents with the ball in their hands.
Go 3.
Here he is, Rob Burrow, the man who could change the course of the game in the last 10 minutes.
Clear. Wait.
And Ayton is waiting. Here now, Peacock. Peacock stands, offloads, back to Watkins. His offload to Kinehorse. Now Sinfield has seen a gap. And Sinfield goes for it, and that's an important tackle by McIlaurin. Last one here. Is it for Leeds? Yes, they're running it. They're running it with Cuthbertson and Moon. And now the kick forward. Bowen just waits, bides his time, goes down, takes the tackle. Good play by the fullback.
Was it ever? You talk about experience, and he's got plenty of it.
I don't think Matt Bowen's season started particularly well, Eddie, you know, and what turned it around for me was this performance against Leeds when these sides met in Newcastle in that magic weekend. He scored tries, he set them up, he really was back to the best that we saw at the peak of his career, and he seems to be carrying that form on now in the second half of the season.
Crosby is rocked back on his heels by tenacious tackling from Ayton and Cuthbertson. Ablett in there for good measure as well.
Share the workload. It's got to be a good kick.
Tony Clubb plays the ball. Smith under pressure from Ablett. Straight to Watkins on the bounce. Now then, time is the enemy for Leeds as much as Wigan. Risky play to Handley. He hangs on, the youngster.
Hold!
Leeds struggling to get the players back that look forward. You can see a lot of the Leeds forwards, they're just walking, and it's not surprising. The energy level is dipping very, very quickly.
Hall. Down he goes.
Move, Liam! Go 3.
Peacock. Sinfield. Quick hands, more quick hands from Maguire to Watkins, watched by Tony Clubb all the way. Great tackle, and again from Marker from Tony Clubb.
Great play. Boy, that'll lift the Wigan outfit.
Goes high off the boot of Sinfield.
Should be easy for Bowen.
And it is this time. Walters and Maguire, though, pummel him to the floor.
Hold, guys!
Boy, how solid has Bowen been tonight. They have thrown everything at him.
Leaving Leeds!
He's linked into the three-quarter line several occasions.
Sargentson. Round Kinehorse. Sargentson's on his way. Oh, he's hurt. He's pulled his hamstring. Bowen's knocked on. Free play. Free play. Here comes Joel Moon.
That's a shame. He just broke down. Oh, the chance here. Maguire's got it. It's all play on. Crowd's going crackers.
That should be the zero tackle, and it is. Watkins. Charnley's after him. Charnley's trying to pinch the ball. Watkins to his feet quickly. Plays the ball to Burrow. He is completely overshadowed by Tony Clubb for the second time in as many minutes.
He's gone berserkers, Clubb.
Wide they go to Ash Handley.
Got to go at
Sargentson's still out there.
They've got to. Sargentson can hardly walk.
Go 3.
Oh, they've come back on the inside.
Cuthbertson.
They've got to kick. They've got to
Great
kick if it
offload
gets
again.
to Sargentson.
Here goes Burrow going down that way. Handley is
good
halted
work.
by Burgess.
Good work by Burgess there. Knows how important. Had to take the centre position. He knows that Sargentson is crocked out there on that right-hand side.
And that's where Leeds are looking to attack, but Ablett gets the ball back to Jimmy Kinehorse, and Jimmy Kinehorse has got Ayton, and that's a knock-on, and that's a knock-on the other way. It will be head and feet to Leeds. That's a try-saving knock-on, is that?
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Brilliant play. Great read from Josh Charnley. He needed to come in, shut it down. This team were stretching that side. What a break by Kinehorse. Moved back into the centres, played second row for the last few weeks. And that Josh Charnley, he had to do that, or else you would have seen the Leeds Rhinos cross for 4.
This was the game over.
It's a bit like Gelling, isn't it, the other week where he's pulled the hamstring. Kinehorse is so lucky, isn't he, that there's an injury there. Bowen knocks the ball forward. Leeds on the attack.
They are with Watkins. Oh, and Handley did brilliantly to hang on to that.
And what a hit by that man there, Bateman.
Cuthbertson straining every sinew, gets the pass away to Ayton. Here is Maguire now. Maguire to the corner for Ryan Hall. Matty Smith to the rescue.
Brilliant stuff. Both in defence. Matty Smith. Maguire puts it up. They have the numbers there. Ryan Hall in the corner. Look at Matty Smith. He knows how to pen it. He's got to get there first.
He's asking a lot of Ryan Hall, Eddie, on that occasion. But Hall, a lot of ground to make up here to get this ball. Matty Smith did brilliantly to cover the cross. You'd like to see Leeds Rhinos turn the tables now. They've been the team under pressure for the last 20 or 25 minutes. Here's their chance now. 4.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time for them. Got a full set in front of them. Let's see what they can do.
Where's this drop out from underneath the sticks going? To the 40-metre mark. Oh, Leeds allow it to bounce. That might be the crucial second that Wigan needed, and they come up quickly to bring Jamie Peacock to ground.
Well, they'll try the damnedest to make sure that if they're going to score, they'll make it as close to the post as possible so they can force the draw.
Josh Walters plays the ball to Burrow. Here's Sinfield, now Cuthbertson, another great offload to Maguire, almost through the gap was Ablett. Wonderful tackle again by Matty Smith.
Got to be penalised.
Penalty.
They've got a tap, they know it. No point taking the two. Get on with it, and that's what they've done.
So here they come again with Peacock. 3.5 minutes remaining.
Cuthbertson, little switch. Keep your eye on 17.
Burrow! Rob Burrow! Burrow scores from dummy half. Little Rob Burrow has come up with the 4 points. The kick to come, and this will level us up. Wigan just went for a moment to sleep in defence, almost for the first time tonight, and Rob Burrow plundered a try, and well, he's inching towards a career 200, but he won't be bothered about that.
Messing around there, Matty Smith. No doubt about the penalty, but Rob Burrow, the little step, just completely bamboozled the Wigan defence. They should have had him. They should have had him, they know it. And he surely has equalled it. And then we're going into one-pointathon.
We are, because there's still over 2 minutes remaining.
And we'll play extra time, Eddie?
Well, they do in Australia, don't they? Golden point. We don't want. I mean, to be fair, if Leeds go home with a point after this comeback, they deserve it, don't they? But yes, we'll stay here till midnight to watch this. Sinfield, 24 apiece. 2.5 minutes remaining.
And I tell you what, Eddie, what a great substitution it was from the coach, Brian McDermott.
He had a bit to do as well, didn't he? Eddie, they're 2 scores down, and then they bring this guy on. I don't think his touches have been brilliant in this game since he's been on the field. Well, that's all that matters now, that he's brought them back level in this game. But what a side, 2 scores down. They're at Wigan. Wigan haven't lost here all season. They've dragged themselves back in to a chance of 2 points, if not the one that they're presently aiming for.
Okay, well, here we go, and now we are in 1 point territory. 2 minutes remaining. Playoff. Rather, in 2004 it was 12-all here, the only draw that Leeds have got at Wigan. Minute and a half remaining, and 3 tackles remaining. This set of 6 for the Rhinos. Cuthbertson can't get that ball away. Wigan are going to get a chance unless Leeds can come up with something special here. And it's with Sinfield. It goes behind everybody, and Ablett picks up the pieces. Ablett is a goal! Oh, he's given a penalty to Wigan. He's given a penalty to Wigan. Wigan will take the kick, and they could win it.
He's in the way. Can't get him back a tackle, Paul Ayton.
Well, someone was being held back.
Paul Ayton.
He's saying Paul Ayton, Stuart. What's he spotted here?
It's an obstruction. Paul Ayton has prevented someone from making a tackle on Carl Ablett. Well, he's obviously there it is, that's the block. He's just moving his way.
He's had a fantastic game as a hooker, Paul Ayton, but what on earth was he doing there? If it had stood still, Ablett would have been away. Watch this.
He just moves, doesn't he? Just moves into him.
Ridiculous move. Well, surely they've got to go for the 2.
Oh, they will.
He can't believe it, and neither can Ablett.
Oh, yeah, it's here.
Well, Richard Silverwood was decisive, and Brian McDermott,
What's up, guys?
well, he will be wondering how the game's got away from him if Matty Smith kicks this.
Every meter's going to matter, Eddie, for this kick. They want to check exactly where this was.
I checked the mark.
No, Richard Silverwood's confidence. He said that's the mark, exactly where he's put it.
Beautiful, and they've got a lot of pressure on Matty Smith now. It's his tries, his kicks, Eddie, that set up a try last week, tries in this game. Now he's got a kick from the tee to win the match.
Back on time.
Well, if he does go wide, he's got to make sure that it goes dead in goal. Make sure that it goes over, because they will get, if he misses, they will get possession, and then surely they'll drive for the one. But this could seal it.
Well, they're not
Pressure.
10 metres back, the Leeds players, that's for sure. And Matty Smith has got them in his eye line. This is a massive kick for Wigan, a massive kick for Matty Smith. And the crowd will tell you, and the fans will confirm it, and Wigan will win the match. Great kick from Matty Smith. Touch judges confirm with the flags. He knows he's won it. There's 5 minutes remaining, and Sean Wayne knows that match is won. Unless Leeds come up with something extra special
They've got to
in the
go.
5 seconds that remain.
They've got to go for the short kick. It's as simple as that.
Well, this game will be over by now, other than Michael McAloran kicking the ball from the centre, so the referee stopped the clock, which gave them 5 seconds.
So Leeds go for the short one. It goes out on the fall. He has to give the penalty on the halfway line. The match isn't over yet. The match is not over yet.
Well, not the best. They were hoping that Brian Hall perhaps could take it on the full.
Wigan are celebrating. They're congratulating themselves on the win.
But all they got to do is just tap it.
Tap it and take the
tackle.
Take the tackle.
Or tap it, kick it right out of the ground. He's got to wait until all the Leeds players get back to 10.
Well,
Just don't take it. Don't take a
This match has had
chance.
it all. This match has had it all. Penalty with 15 seconds remaining. A try that was chalked off to Brian McDermott's side that would have, in the end, won the match. And it was a fantastic effort from Maguire, but pulled back for obstruction. Leeds will go home feeling aggrieved, but Wigan have thrown this top 4 race into absolute mayhem again.
Tremendous game. So many stars out there. Absolutely wonderful entertainment. And how sad for that fella, the hooker, Paul Ayton. He's had a magnificent game, and yet there's just a lack of understanding. He used a little bit of a shoulder. If he hadn't have moved, it wouldn't have been a penalty. But it's all over now. And Wigan, as Eddie has mentioned, has really put the cat amongst the pigeons.
They've extended their only unbeaten home record in the Super League, and here is the big smiling John Bateman, man of the match with Rochdale.
John, that was fast, furious and ferocious. What are your emotions having just nicked it right at the end?
Just one of them games, wasn't it? You just wanted to win it, and at the end, when Smee's got that kick penalty at the end, then it was just, words can't describe it, to be honest with you. It was fabulous.
You had a 12-point lead in the second half, and they came back into it really strongly. Did you think, in all honesty, that you'd blown it when Rob Burrow went over?
To be honest with you, mate, you'd never say that attitude with this team. I think it is. I think like last few weeks we've been a bit on and off. I think, but today we showed what we can really do, and that's what it's about. And we need to kick on now into the top 8.
And this 100% home record is something Wigan are very proud of in Super League, isn't it?
Yeah, I think once these fans get behind you and everything, you can't ask for much more to them. So it's great buzz, you know what I mean? I think that's what gets you through it most times.
Well played, John. Well done on a man-of-match performance.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Matty Smith's here, hero of the hour. Listen, your kicking, place kicking's had some flack over the last few years, hasn't it? That must give you enormous satisfaction to nail that when it really matters.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working hard, but it's something that doesn't come obviously natural. I work hard at it every week, and I seem to be getting there with it, but you just got to keep going.
Can you, as a professional sportsman, have some sympathy for Leeds at the end of all that?
Oh, I mean, Leeds have pipped us like that before, and you know they're a quality side, and you know we knew it was going to go right down to the 80 minutes tonight, and you know, but I think the boys stuck in, did well, and got the result of which you know we needed after last week.
Yeah, and that's the key, isn't it? Because last week was bitterly disappointing. What was the chat in the week building up to it?
I think just keep hold of the ball and you know not give as many penalties away, respect the ball a little bit better, get to the end of our sets, and you know we did that tonight, and we made Leeds work hard.
Thanks, Matty. Well played. Well done. Cheers. Sean Wayne's here first. Rob Burrow will join us in a minute. Thanks for waiting, Rob. Sean, listen, what did you say to the players in the week between that Warrington defeat, which you were bitterly disappointed with, and what they produced tonight?
Oh, we turned out like last week. That's not a Wigan performance, and I told the players that. Last week was a tough week. A lot of people have enjoyed the struggling this week, and I'm glad the players have turned up with a real Wigan performance today against a champion team. Leeds are a great team, you know, but we bombed 2 tries in the second half. I thought we were well with the win.
How much does the captain coming back, Sean O'Loughlin, make to your team for the crucial games coming up, Sean?
He's a good player, you know, but we've won lots of games without him this year. He's a champion player, a great player. Mickey Mack's been immense this year. We have some good players, but I just want us to be consistent week in, week out, and we're not that yet.
Just a quick thought, it's quite a race at the top, isn't it, between you, Saints and Leeds?
I never look at the table, Rob, to be honest.
Go on.
I swear to you, I just want to win the next 2 games, and that's what we're looking at this week for.
Well, you've won this one. Well done, Sean. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, Rob.
It's Rob Burrow. Rob, we really appreciate your time coming in after such a disappointing end to the match. Just what's the feeling amongst the Leeds lads at the end of that?
Oh yeah, disappointed, you know, to go level with you know, a short time. To lose it in that fashion is disappointing, but you know, that's rugby. You know, you win and lose about as many of them, you know, over your career. So
you played some terrific stuff in and amongst their Leeds. Do you think you deserve better?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're beaten by a better team, then fair enough. But you know, the fashion it was lost tonight was disappointing. But you know, we've got to move on.
Thanks for talking to us, Rob.
Yeah, thank you.
So Rob Burrow and Leeds go home disappointed, but it's not over yet. And Sean Wayne saying he wants his men to show consistency and win their last 2 matches of this opening phase of Super League in 2015. They play Widnes here on the 17th, they're at Hull on the 23rd. It's not over for them, and it certainly isn't over for Leeds. 2 home games to come, Salford and the Catalan Dragons. It's anybody's. What a game, and one courtesy of Matty Smith's 5th successful kick of the night. 26-24, over 15,000 here. Fabulous advert for the Super League. That game is what the Super League's all about. And let's go over to John and Brian at the touchscreen. Fellas, if this is going to be the 2015 Grand Final, there's going to be few complaints from the neutrals. From Castleford, Huddersfield Saints and the rest may be, but not from the neutrals.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Eddie. What a wonderful Thursday's entertainment. 6-point lead for the Wigan Warriors at half-time. That was expanded to 12. I want to focus. Matty Smith won the game with a kick. We'll have a look at that later on. It was his infield kicking game that set up the first try for Josh Charnley. But Matty Bowen's break, I want you to talk to me through this from a defensive point of view, John. How did he get through so easily?
Well, the key thing is you've got to look at the 2 guys at the top of your screen here, Sarginson and Joe Burgess. This is, by the way, this is training ground stuff. They separate themselves. Just watch. Now, Sarginson and Burgess have moved themselves out. There's a late move here from Jimmy Kinehorst outwards because he feels a little overexposed on the outside. That's all designed to give this man, Matty Bowen, space. Have a look at where Kinehorst ends up. His play's underway. Now there's a gap. There's a gap between these 2 guys. Kinehorst is already wanting to get out here to Sarginson, who he knows is going to be coming on this sort of line here. And then, again, now from this point on, keep your eyes on that man, Matty Bowen, because he ends up outside Sinfield, burns Kinehorst on the inside. Great footwork, keeps the play going. Now they're in the danger zone.
And plays it quickly as well, because it's a retreating Leeds Rhinos defence, and Ryan Hall not able to get into position.
And once again, as we saw last week, I'll take it back, and they're taking this on the full, on the run, on the fly. The man with his hand up, as we saw last week at Warrington, Matty Smith. He already knows what he's going to do. He wants the ball in his hand. He sees the defence have had so little time to prepare themselves, and he gets the bouncer's Charnley for the try and the score in the corner.
There's a few better kickers than Kevin Sinfield on the field as well, and it was a Kevin Sinfield try. Is this man Cuthbertson again? You're going to make mention of his offloads.
No, it's been outstanding. There's no 2 ways about it. Absolutely outstanding. Now, when you see Joe Burgess coming in, there's the end of his run. Have a look at the opposite number. Here's the other ball player. He's already calling for the ball because he knows that Burgess is out of position. He does a good job, actually, does Joe Burgess, getting himself into kind of the right end of the field. But then he's spooked because the ball comes out. And look at the movement up, man with the yellow boots, and opens up a big gap behind. This is a really, you mentioned this in commentary, that's a difficult put down, really difficult ball to read. 2 really well taken tries and 2 really well executed kicks.
That's the second of 3 second half tries. Rob Burrows' try, of course, tied the game up at the end of the... But there was plenty of chances in between that, John. It took some great defensive reads, matched up with some great defensive efforts to stop the attack.
For every missed opportunity that Wigan had, and that was either, whichever way you look at it, a try save of Hanley or a try score opportunity missed by Sargentson, there was some great covering up defence by Wigan. Have a look at this, man. Keep your eyes through the entirety of this clip on Tony Clubb. Have a look at the work he gets through here. The defensive reads he has to make, and that in itself, pushing off and then covering that inside run from Callum Watkins, you could argue that was telegraphed. But then getting out from the base of the ruck and making the next play. And he actually gets on and puts a bit of kick pressure off the top of it as well.
That in the return to the team. OK, this one now, Josh Charnley read.
Yeah, I think it was excellent. I mean, short of a Tommy Makinson crash bang coming in and shutting down completely the attacking play, he does the next best thing, and he's got very little to work with there. He makes a great read, great timing, does just enough to put them off. And then we go back down. This is same end of the field. Leeds knocking. They're really, really putting Wigan under some pressure, and I thought this was a really good opportunity for Danny Maguire.
First tackle.
First tackle, gets the ball open, and then look at this now. It's effectively a 2-on-1 because he's got Charnley who's coming in. Joel Tompkins has already gone. That's just a pass, isn't it, for me? A pass there and then allow Joel Moon to put Ryan Hall away. Got the better of him. The kick went through. And look at Bateman there. Look at Bateman's effort, or Mike Smith's effort rather, to get that ball dead. But as we said, you keep knocking and eventually they were let in. And it's down to some superb footwork from Rob Burrow. Gets out the base of the ruck. This is what he's brought on the field for. Lovely footwork. And that took some scoring, does that, and that squared it up. Unfortunately, that wasn't the ending that we wanted from the game.
Right, let's have a quick look at the penalty conceded by Paul Ayton. Absolutely a penalty, no doubt about it. But give us maybe a reason for Paul Ayton's actions.
Trying to give, I mean, you would not say cheating for 1 second. You would not say bad sportsmanship. Trying to give his team an advantage. It's the old tug on the shirt. It's the old going down too easily in the penalty box.
Trying to gain an unfair advantage.
And punished for it. But, there's a million reasons why that game could have been won and lost. That's not the deciding factor.
You're absolutely right on that. It is a brilliant entertainment from both sides. Thanks to the players of Wigan and Leeds. And congratulations to the players of Wigan, Eddie, for those 2 points gained.
Yes, 2 points gained, and look what it means to the situation at the top of the table. Wigan now suddenly 2 points adrift of the Leeds Rhinos. Saints, they play tomorrow against Huddersfield. They are snapping at their heels. It's closing up at the top. Let's see what Brian McDermott made of it all. I bet he's disappointed. He is with Rod.
Brian, thanks for coming out to talk to us. Listen, I know you're a big believer in you get what you deserve, but is that an occasion where Leeds didn't get what they deserved tonight, do you think?
Why would I be... sorry, say again?
You're a big believer that you usually get what you deserve, but do you think Leeds deserve more than they got tonight?
I'm not sure I've ever said that, Rob.
You've said it to me before, but do you think Leeds deserve the result tonight?
Not deserve. I don't think I've ever said that.
Okay, but do you think Leeds deserve to get more than they've got tonight, which obviously is a defeat?
I thought Wigan played really well. I thought they defended well. I thought we had a massive effort there tonight, but I don't think there's any injustice in there. Yeah, we conceded some tries that I didn't think we should have conceded, and ultimately that's where the game was won and lost. Whether it was a controversial decision or you get those every week. Some go with you, some go with you. I don't think I've ever said ever to you, you get what you deserve.
People will say that they'll make play of the Danny Maguire try that was disallowed. Did you have a problem with that, and do you think it was significant?
What, sorry?
The Danny Maguire try that was disallowed for obstruction. Did you have a problem with that, and did you think it was significant?
I didn't think that was obstruction. Not in the one in the first half you're talking about. If you're going to go along the technical lines, I don't think Joel Tompkins was it. I don't think he came outside. He came outside the runner to come in and take our runner, and our runner couldn't have been any more passive. If he really wanted to defend the play, he had all the opportunity to defend the play, and I thought we got past the finite detail of did he make contact with him or didn't. You're going to ask the question: was he obstructing him defending that play? I don't think it was done. But again, without trying to wave that one off, you get those. You get decisions that go for you and don't go for you. We're not in an industry where we'll play well and we should win some games. Only when all the decisions go our way, decisions will go against us. That's what you've got to make sure that you defend really well for.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Brian McDermott, and he marches off into the dressing room. Let us have another look, Phil Clark, at this try that never was. It was a fantastic try that they scored, but here comes the obstruction there. Is that obstruction, really?
Probably yes, Eddie. Probably yes.
Well, Stuart Cummings was absolutely determined, wasn't it? It was.
It's a shame because it was going to be the try of the week.
Try of the century.
And the build-up play to it as well. But I suppose one of the things about Rugby League, you don't want to dwell on one issue, that's not really been the result of the game, and it won't be the memory for the night for me. The match, the speed of Rugby League now and the aggression with which it's played mean that there'll always be those sorts of incidents happen, and the referees and the touchers will make mistakes, things will get missed. But I think if we firstly have to accept that, and when you do, then you can get to enjoy a game as we have done tonight, and in the end, one team's going to win, one team's going to lose. It was Rugby League at its very best. This is what summer Rugby League's about. Some of the speed with which the ball was moved around the field. Wigan in the first half particularly stretched Leeds all over the course of the pitch, and I thought in the second half there was a lull, wasn't there, midway through that?
Yes, it went a bit quiet.
They did fall out, but then they revived themselves, got the second breath, and came out with a dramatic win there for Wigan.
The point is made many times of things even themselves out during the course of the season. A last-minute penalty goal winning the match here for Wigan. Remember in the World Club Challenge, they believed that they were robbed, didn't they, by a last-minute penalty decision that went against them. So they do even themselves out. I can understand why Leeds would feel a little bit aggrieved, though, to be fair. Although it was a great performance from Wigan. Let's take nothing away from them.
I'll tell you what else I was impressed with. The penalty goal that Matthew Smith put over, because when you think about it in football, a lot of teams try and delay the penalty being taken because it adds to the pressure of the man kicking the ball. There was quite a delay between the penalty being awarded and in actually getting to put the ball and the